What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So it has been quite a minute since I have picked up my camera and talked to you guys. So first of all, welcome back. I already said that, but welcome me back. I've just been kind of MIA because I don't know, like sometimes I get in these little runts where I don't know if you guys care. I don't know that I care. I've been reading books. I think the last time I spoke to you guys, I expressed that I was reading a lot more, and I've just been lost in that. The escapism of it all, and I've just been really enjoying it in the winter months. So, sorry, not sorry, but I've been enjoying myself. Anyways, today, as you see from the title, which is why you are here, we are talking about getting the 2025 garden started. We are going to be starting with the basics, right? So today we will be talking about starting dates. We will be talking about prep for starting seeds and all of the essentials as far as that is concerned. And without further ado, let's just dive right in. So, if you guys have been on my channel before, then you are familiar that I like to keep a paper planner. This was last year's. It's super thick, right? It's heavy, it's bulky. I want to consolidate this a little bit to more of like a notebook. This is much lighter. Even though it looks like a lot, it's much lighter. So that's the first thing that I want to do. And then we need to look at the Farmer's Almanac. I already know I'm behind. So today is currently February 11th, which typically I would begin alliums and like some flowers towards the end of January. However, I was traveling, so I knew that I wasn't going to be able to get those things done. So from there, I was just kind of deciding like if I start them beforehand, I'm not sure that somebody from home is going to water them. So maybe I'll start them once I get back home. And that was like my thought process. So today is the day that I'm going to try to get something going, but I needed to sit down, get my planner ready. So I wanted to bring you guys along on that journey. We also will be picking out varieties. I'm going to start with just like some of the early season crops, like some of the cool weather crops. And then later on, when we get into like tomatoes, peppers, and things of that nature, we'll talk all of that stuff later on. So yeah, first thing, I'm just going to kind of speed through this and give you guys like the rundown of how I lay this out once I figure it out, because sometimes it takes me, a little bit of zhuzhing, a little bit of time. So yeah, let me do that now. Okay, I think I have everything set up the way I like it. Last year's planner, again, very complicated. I want to make things more simple. So I have my cute little cover page. Right now, I don't have a full year at a glance, which would typically look something like this, which this is my main planner, so I'm not going to take this out, but I just need to either print something out and put this in the front cover of this one, or I'll find one in another planner that I have or something like that. But this is something that I typically like to put in the front of my planner. This is an example of last year's, of how I like to list everything out just so I can go back and reference and what I did differently. And these are just inserts that I had from previous years, so they are not dated correctly, but I'm not going to use the monthly, so it only has one side of the month and it says July, but I'll just cover that up because the rest of it is undated. But it gives me space to put in some goals, a checklist, some habits here, notes, just some blank space maybe to put like different, I don't know, tasks or whatever. Priorities, and then this little space says thankful for, but I don't know. I can get creative there. I'll figure out along the way how I decide to use these pages, but it just allows for some space for me to just keep track of whatever. And then the weeklies, instead of it being like a spread, like last year I was trying to do like weekly spreads. That was doing too much. I have lists, so I can just do a checklist for each day, or if I skip a day, it's not a big deal because these are not dated. So this is what I will continue to use throughout the season, so I can just create like a daily task list, a list of to-dos, things that I need to do, etc. Oh, lovely little seed packet. So that is pretty much it. And then in the back, I just have notebook paper just for me to take some different notes. Again, last year's I had month by month weeklies, which I did not use, y'all. I just didn't. It sounded like a good idea in the beginning, but then as we went along, I just did not use it. And then I also had these individual tabs for different things. So seeds, soil, and maybe I'll still use this portion, but it will be separate from the thing that I actually use, like when I'm out in my garden or walking around the house, just making different plants and things. So now that that is set up, I do have a calendar in front of me. So now we can go on ahead and go on the Farmer's Almanac and write down some dates that we need to keep track of. So some important dates that you always have to be aware of is your first and final freeze of the year. So let me first make it to the Farmer's Almanac. Okay, so on almanac.com. So that is the almanac that you want to use, which is the old Farmer's Almanac is almanac.com. You can put in specifics. Columbus, well, for me, it's Columbus, Ohio. The last spring frost is actually April 27th. So they had it wrong on Google. So April 27th, which is kind of late this year. And then our first fall frost is October 20th. And if you want to make note of how many days you have in a growing season, that's also good information, because you can always like calculate for like certain variety types, like if you will have enough time for things to come to full maturity. That's also good information. Like if you may be trying to grow a seed or grow a tree from seed or something like that, and you only have like 180 days and that thing needs like 200 days. Maybe you need to start that indoors much sooner for that thing to grow to full maturity, and maybe bring it in or bring it into something that can have a little bit of frost protection later on, or have some kind of coverage if that's something that you want to see come to full maturity. But yeah, that is how you get your dates. And so from there, you basically, as far as your seed starting is concerned, you want to count backwards from that date. So April 27th is a Sunday. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So for my 12-week seeds, I would need to have started my seedlings at the 2nd of February. So I am a little behind. So I will just make note of these dates. So at this point, I will just go on ahead and start those seeds. There's no rhyme or reason. Start them anyways, even if you are a little bit behind. It's better late than not at all. 12 weeks, and then 10 weeks, we have the 16th. I go 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, and then direct sow is basically how I go about it. And some seeds do require for you to direct sow 4 weeks or maybe 8 weeks ahead of time. Just make note of that when you are reading your seed packets. All right, so now that we have our dates, this will be my guide to then sort out the seeds that I will be starting. So let's get all of that stuff together to figure out what varieties I'm going to be starting this year. All right, so I was semi-prepared for this already. If you guys have been here before, you guys already know how I organize my seeds for starting. But as far as my seed storing, I use a photo organizer. You can pick this up at Joann's or Michael's. It has these these storage cases in them, which work for the most part perfectly for seed storage. You will have like some bigger envelopes that won't fit, and in that case, you see what I do. I just slide it right in between. But this is my entire seed collection here. Anything that won't fit in here, I'm telling myself I'm doing too much. So I try not to go beyond this little collection here because I don't have that big of a garden to need more seeds than this. So typically what I do is I shop for my seed collection that I currently have. Anything that I don't have, once I organize everything that I do have, I'll jot it down in our handy dandy planner, which let me go on ahead and get that ready. And then we will shop for additional seeds. But the goal is to use what we have. So let's just go on ahead and start there. So at the top, for 12-week seeds, and I do have a cheat sheet. Hold on, let me go back. If you guys have not already, I always recommend to order catalogs. There's a few different places that you can get catalogs from: Botanical Interest, Rare Seeds, or Baker's Creek. They give one, or they send one out. Who else sends catalogs? Dixondale Farms, which is an onion farm, they send out a catalog. There's quite a few who send out catalogs. I'm drawing a blank right now. I do have a whole video of seed vendors who send out catalogs. I will make sure that I link that above. But the good thing with Botanical Interest, in their catalogs, they send out, or they usually include like a cheat sheet. So they have an indoor sowing guide and an outdoor sowing guide, and it gives you a week by week breakdown of all of the vegetables to start indoors and outdoors if you are sowing indoors or outdoors. So as far as the outdoor, no, we're indoors. So 14 to 16 weeks, we have strawberries. We don't have to worry about that. 10 to 12 weeks before, we have artichokes, celery, eggplant, onion, and rosemary. So onions is what we've got up first. I have some Walla Wallas. These are from Botanical Interest. I don't always do the best with onions, but I'm trying again. So I have some Walla Wallas. Yeah, there's nothing in here. I don't know why I have that seed packet. I also have some bunching onions, so white Lisbon. You can't go wrong with bunching onions. So I'm gonna try my hand with these guys again. So white Lisbon, and then we also have celery, which I have this guy here, which is Utah celery. I feel like I have other varieties, so let me grab these. Alrighty, I don't know what happened, but I also had some leeks. I had some King Richard leeks and maybe some All-American leeks as well. So I will be starting those also. So that's what's happening for my 12-week starts. Going back to the guide, it also says eggplant, which last year I didn't do too well with eggplant. I'm not going to stress myself out with too many different varieties this year. I think I'm going to go with maybe just one variety, which I feel like the long purple did really well. So maybe I'll do a few of these guys and just keep it really simple, because honestly I'm the only one in my family that really enjoys eggplant, so which I ended up putting it in pasta anyway, so I think one variety is more than enough. So I will start a few of those plants and keep it real simple because I don't want to hog up a bunch of space. So that's what we will start for our 12-week starts. And then in addition to that, there's also some cool weather plants that I want to get started. And so again, these are labeled 12 weeks. They will go in here. And then, like I said, I have some cool weather things that I want to begin as well. We have some cabbages. I have mermaid's tail. I have Copenhagen, which I have been successful with. I'm not even about to try to pronounce this, but this is like a cylindrical type of cabbage. And then we have a slow bolt Napa cabbage, which I really, really want to get successful with growing these because I love to make kimchi. So we have that. And then we have some Brussels sprouts. This is the Long Island Improved. And then we have Watham's 29 broccoli. So those are all of the cool weather crops. I am going to start them with these guys because I'm not always successful with these. And if I need to restart, then I have more than enough time to allow them to, regrow. So that is it as far as cool weather and 12-week starts. So next on our little handy dandy cheat sheet, our 10-week starts. We have dill, endive, leek, pepper, savory, stevia, wild bergamot. Of all of those things, the main thing is peppers. Do we want to go on ahead and go over that? Yeah, we can. We might as well. Why not? Let's talk peppers. Let's pick them out. Let's go through. Let's figure it out. So last year I did really well with poblanos. So I definitely want to do more poblanos this year. So let's put those to the side. I absolutely love the golden marconis. Always do really well with these. This is such a great variety. If you have not tried them, they are super sweet, thick-walled, delicious, like snacking peppers, good to like put in sautés, fresh eating, etc. Get you some. California Wonder, which is just like your basic bell pepper. Always a good one. Jimmy Nardello. I was really, really impressed with this pepper. I want to say this was one of my first producing peppers, and it continued to just pump out peppers all the way up through November, I want to say, I was picking peppers off of that plant. My Shiseido, she was the runt of the group. However, she was producing. So I will continue to keep space in my garden for Shiseido. Advarsky was also another one that I was really impressed with. Last year was the first year that I grew Advarsky. Advarsky? I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I was impressed with it. As far as flavor is concerned, they are thicker walled. I didn't notice a huge difference as far as like flavor profile, but they were a nice pepper to grow. They were beautiful to grow. So I think I'll continue to grow these again. I'll be interested to see how these grow outside of a growing bag, because I grew all of my peppers in growing bags this year. And I will say, I feel like these could probably thrive a little bit better in a larger medium, I think, because the peppers didn't get very large like displayed in the picture. But we'll see. I think I'll go on ahead and grow these again. The Pippin's Golden Honey. I enjoy growing these. First of all, they are gorgeous. Gorgeous plants. I think I'll grow a few of these this year. My fish peppers did not do well this year because, I don't know, somehow, some way, like I decapitated it and then I tried to reroot it, and last minute it got rerooted, but it also like got overshadowed by the Sugar Rush peach, which it was sharing a pot with. And so, sorry to my fish pepper, but I will always make space in my garden for this because it's also a very beautiful pepper. It's a tasty pepper. I love to make hot sauce with this pepper, and it has great, rich history. Also, with the Pippin's Golden Honey, both of these are heirlooms to African American history. So, yeah, I really love having both of these in my garden. The Sugar Rush Peach, I made a hot sauce with this. Absolutely delicious. So I will make space in my garden for this guy. My cayenne peppers, I don't know why, but I have not had good luck with cayenne peppers. I used to have such good luck with them, and I haven't in a few years. I'm gonna try again because I really need some cayennes in my garden. Jalapenos always do great. So I'm out of seeds actually. I'm sure I probably have more seeds in here somewhere. I have so many pepper seeds. I should probably like go to the bottom of the pile, right? Ooh, pasilla bajo. Maybe I'll switch something out for this guy. Like, look how gorgeous. Yeah. Something's got to be swapped out because this is a lot of pepper so far. Okay, who's got to be swapped out? Maybe okay, Advarsky, you had your turn this past year. Pasilla bajo, you're getting a spot in the garden. Okay, yes, I have a jalapeno pepper seed packet here. So, jalapenos back in the garden. We gotta get those up in there. Oh, the Santa Fe Grande. I have some of those. I want to say these are also like, yeah, these are similar to a jalapeno in flavor is what I read, which is why I picked them up. I want to say somebody reviewed them as like a equivalent, quite big. Yeah, maybe I need to grow those. And then, yeah, I think that's it. I've got more than enough peppers here. So, let's count out. I like peppers, y'all. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 type of peppers. Yeah. What can you say? What can I say? I like a pepper. I like a pepper. Okay, so yeah. 10 pepper types. I mean, I'm a roll with it. Okay, so that will be our 10 week. And in addition to that, we also have some herbs that we need to start as well. So we need to pull out our herb situation. So we have some dill. I have a few different types. This is like a ferning type here, so I'll do that one. What is it also? Some savory, which I don't know that I like savory, but it's always nice to have some herbs in the garden. So we'll do some summer savory. Let me see what else. Stevia, wild bergamot, endive. I don't think I have endive. And rosemary. I think I'll go on ahead and start more rosemary because I'm about 1,000% sure that my rosemary fizzled out because I tried to overwinter some, but I did so unsuccessfully because I did not water it very deep enough, or I didn't water it deep enough. So yeah, I think that she died. And so I ended up putting the plant back out there outside. So I don't know that she'll survive the rest of the winter. It's pretty recent that I did that. It hasn't like hit super duper cold weather. So we'll just have to see. But I'm hoping that maybe she'll bounce back. As far as I could tell, the stalk seemed like it was still alive, but again, we'll just have to wait and see. I'm just going through all of these herbs real quick to see if there's anything else that I know for a fact could, you know, go on ahead and, which I don't believe so. So that is our 10-week plants. So we have some summer savory, rosemary, and 2 different types of dill. I ended up grabbing some mammoth dill as well. Some Long Island mammoth dill. These are just some old seeds that I got from the Dollar Tree. All right, so let's put those in to the mix as well. So boom. Okay. All right, 8 weeks since we've got a roll going on. So it says to start cabbage at that point. Again, I start mine early because, like I said, I sometimes am unsuccessful with my cabbage starting. So I just start ahead of time, just give myself a little bit of extra, you know, wiggle room. So at 8 weeks is the point that, like, you know, you start a lot more herbs. So it's a good thing that I have all of my herbs out. So we have borage, catnip, chives, lemon balm, marjoram, mint, oregano, parsley, sage, tarragon, and thyme. So I already have thyme in the garden, I have sage in the garden, have oregano in the garden, mint in the garden, lemon balm in the garden. Borage, I'm pretty sure I'm good on because that stuff volunteers like crazy. So the only other thing is parsley, which maybe I'll go ahead and start that a little bit earlier with the other stuff. Did it say tarragon? Yeah, I have some tarragon here. I think I have 2 different types. So yeah, I have Mexican tarragon, and I believe this is just like a French tarragon. So we'll do both of those. We'll do the flat leaf parsley. What does it say about chervil? What's chervil say? Oh yeah. Some thyme. Maybe I will start thyme. There's no seeds in here. I have a lot of empty seeds up in here. I don't know. Ashwagandha. So I bought these seeds a while ago from Fruition Seeds, and actually Fruition Seeds has since stopped selling their seeds. They're now like doing like a trade situation, which I'm really interested in. However, they are located in upstate New York, which I have no access to. But anyways, I bought these seeds a while ago, and I don't know why I have not grown these yet. So let's see. Sow indoors 2 seeds, 1 to 4 weeks before last frost. Okay, so, all right, 4 weeks before last frost, so not yet. Okay, anywho. Chives, I think we're good on. Giant of Italy parsley. I'm just going to start a lot of parsley because I feel like I never have enough. Never too much parsley. I feel like I'm really chatty. Okay. So I think that's all the herbs that I will start that week. All right. So then, okay. That's at 8 weeks, right? So then 6 weeks, that's when we have, that's when the good stuff starts. This is the good part. All right. Since we're here, we're just going to keep going. All right, let me put the herbs away for a second. Okay, so week 6 is a lot. So we have greens, we have salad greens, we have basils, we have tomatoes, we have ground cherries, kohlrabis, okras, Swiss chards, tomatillos, all the things. So yeah, week 6 is when we get it cracking, honey. Okay, so let's, because I went on ahead and started ahead of time because it was a lot. Okay, we got arugula, Lola Rosa lettuce, Ice Queen lettuce. We have Marvel of Four Seasons, one of my faves. Rouge d'Ivers, one of my faves. We have New Red Fire. Have not grown successfully, but we're trying. As far as greens are concerned, we have Georgia Southern. We have mustard spinach, which I have not grown yet. We have scarlet kale, love. Red Russian, absolutely one of my faves. Dinosaur kale, absolutely one of my faves. Swiss chard rainbow, fave. Amaranth, if you guys have a recipe, share, because I grew this last year as a tester, grew really well here. I want to try out some recipes. Let me know, how do I eat this? I also have kohlrabi. I just have early white Vienna. And I also grabbed a couple of bok choy. I have the top soy rosette, and then the baby pak choy green fortune. So that's what we have as far as greens. And then I did end up finding an endive, which will start at 10 weeks. So I'll put that in that container there. So let me go on ahead and get 6 going, which 6 is already busting at the seams. Okay. So next, let's go on ahead and go into okra real quick. If I can get down to the get down. I have not had good okra years. I don't know, the past couple years, shitty okra. I don't know what's going on, but I don't like it. But we're going to try for it again. Let me see. Oh, yes. That's right. All right. So we have Silver Queen, which I'm going to attempt that again. I have no more of those, so I don't even know why that's there. Emerald, okra, and Red Hill Country. Those are the 3 that I'm going with as far as okra is concerned. I also have some artichoke, which that needs to be started at 10 to 12 weeks as well. So I need to pull that out. Tomatoes, tomatillos, ground cherries. All of that is in here. Off the top, off the rip, we have pineapple and we have Aunt Molly's. Aunt Molly's looks like she's a little low. on seeds. Let me see. Oh, there's plenty in here. So of course, those two definitely going down. I am going to, yeah, this is gonna be, yeah, different. I'm switching up the things this year because last year, I don't know how, but somehow, some way, I ended up not growing all the varieties that I wanted as far as cherry tomatoes. So Pianello del Vesuvio, which is a highly prolific paste tomato. I grew a lot of these last year. I'm not growing this year. I grew so many of these last year. He's not making the roster this year. I know. Sad situation. But he'll be all right. Anyways, we are going to try our hand again at the Brad's Atomic Grape. Brad been cutting up, but I want to say it's just these seeds. These seeds, because these came from, not so reputable source. Anyways, we ain't gonna talk about that. Not gonna do super sweet 100s. They are absolutely one of my faves, but we ain't gonna do it. It's okay. Sun Golds. Hell yeah, we're gonna do that. Yellow pear. I need more seeds. These are old as crap. You know what? We're gonna try. We are going. Do I have seeds in here? Yeah. There's a few. Orange jazz, absolutely. Blueberries. Are there some in here? If we have seeds. We don't. They're gone. We have none. Okay. Cherokee purple. Because the seeds are so, flat and itty bitty. Absolutely. Yes. I love a Creole tomato, you guys. If you love just a classic red tomato, consistent with size through and through, Creole. It's a really good one. We have an orange tomato already. Do I want to do orange jazz or do I want to do Dr. White cheese? I'm going to do orange jazz. Yeah. Yeah, you heard it. Black Beauty, Black Salutely, because it's one of my faves. We are going to... Yeah. I have a lot of orange tomatoes in my mix, which is interesting. Okay, we have striped Roma. We are going to grow, striped Roma, because I haven't grown this in a few years. I'm trying to switch it up, right? Because I have so many seeds and they don't always make the cut. Queen of Malanaco. These are tomatillos. They are so delicious and they can really, really be prolific. So you can see that there was that label there. They were really prolific. I didn't have terrible germination with them. They are the ones. Amish paste. Hell yeah. What is this? This is the purple Russian. This is like a paste. This is a paste tomato. I'm also going to grow this. I have a lot of orange tomatoes. So we have a purple, we have a paste, we have a tomatillo, we have a stripe, we have a black, we have a purple, we have a red, we have a orange, we have a yellow, we have a orange, we have a weird one. Okay. Who else can I... Okay. 1, 2, 3. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. One more large slicer is what I need. Do I want to do the whip peach? I never grew this, I don't think. Red Brandywine. Thinking about doing this one. Wapsicon. Yep. Think I'll try my hand at that one. So, whoa. Those are the picks. Okay. Yes. That's where we are with tomatoes. Who else do we need to pick out? We got tomatillos. We got tomatoes. Dip, 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 dip. Okay. And then slide this on in here. Okay, 4 weeks. At 4 weeks, we have broccoli rabe, cucumber, melon, pumpkin, squash, watermelon. Okay, that should be easy enough. Squash has not been kind to me. We're going to try again. We have a summer squash. I'm going to keep it real basic. Dark green squash. I'm going to keep it basic. That's all I'm going to do for squash. Maybe we'll try some winter squashes again. I don't know. I'm not going to do a tromboncino squash this year because I still have the one upstairs that I tried. But I do love a white scallop squash. That indeed is my jam. So we are going to try that. And we're going to pray to God that the daggone squash bugs don't stomp my ass out again this year. I'm not going for it. I'm not. Okay. There will be no pumpkins. There will be no, melons. Cucumbers. Let's get into it. Let's pray to God for a good cucumber year because did I get cucumbers last year? I don't think I did. Let's see. We're going to do the pickle bush because when these get going, they get going fast. And so maybe we can beat out some of those damn beetles. Every year that I try these, I'm never successful. We're going to try these again. The lemon cucumber. We're gonna try for it again. Same with the Armenian white. We're going to try for it again. Let's see. Market more? No, I don't like that. My old trusty is always the Ashley cucumber. I still have some of these. So let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 cucumbers. Yeah, we'll keep it simple. We'll keep it there. And then what I like to do is have like this little handy dandy basket. Put all these items in. That way, as I start everything, they are ready. And at this point, I just need to clean everything. I need to clean all of my seed starting trays and yeah, all of those. And I will be back with you guys when we are actually starting seeds. I'm going to spend my time doing that today. So this year, as far as seed starting medium is concerned, I'm being cheap. I don't know if that's a good thing. I'm sure it's not. But I'm using what I have. I'm using what's easily accessible, and I know what most people can get because I'm usually a pro mix girly, but not everybody has access to that. So I know one thing that the big box stores always have is a Burpees natural and organic mix. So I ended up picking up this because I am curious to see how this is. So it says that it is enriched with a plant food, and it is natural and organic from what they have listed here. So it promotes vegetables and herbs made with cocoa coir, unlike peat moss, a renewable and sustainable resource. So I'm interested to see how this seed starting medium works. And in addition to that, I am going to add in some earthworm castings just for some additional nutrients, because some of these things will be in their pots for quite some time. And as far as pots are concerned, let me take, like I said, I do have to clean all of these guys because they are still filthy from last year's dirt. But all of these came from Bootstrap Farmer. These are the 4-inch pots. These are the 6 tray cells, and then also I have the cell trays, and what are they called, the 420 trays? I don't know, but I will be soaking them in hot water to loosen up all the dirt and hitting them with a splash of bleach to disinfect everything, just to get these all ready and prepared for me to go on ahead and get all of my seedlings started. So you guys will see that coming up soon. So I'm about to do that now. And yeah. So once again, I thank you all so much for stopping by today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I will definitely be back soon with all of our actual seed starting. So definitely stay tuned. I'm getting back on the road. I mean it this time, like for real, because it's time to get busy. So definitely stay tuned. I wish you all health, wealth, and prosperity. And until the next time, peace.